The ambition since we started is that we want to reach out to as many as possible in Pakistan and help within financial inclusion part. That is where we started out, and we've always been clear since we started that this is not about transaction for our part. It's about creating a full-fledged banking services, but then to the underserved and to the unbanked today. There is where we can reach out with our distribution network, and there is where we can contribute and complement what is existing services and offers in the market. I think what is different in Pakistan compared to many other countries is that extremely underbanked, even with kind of peer countries that you like to compare with, like Bangladesh and India. You have a 15% banking penetration in Pakistan compared to like 45 and 55 in India and in Bangladesh. So I think there's an underlying strong need in Pakistan. And why it's picking up a bit now, I think that is very much due to what came about the regulation back in 2008 that came out from the state bank around branchless banking. It was very clear in terms of what player can do what. So I think that was instrumental in getting it started. And as we now have a couple of services that shows a good success in the market, naturally you have other players that are also looking at it as a business opportunity. It's a bank-led model in Pakistan, but it's a model is clear in a way that also leaves room for a telco to work together with a bank. But what you see maybe is a bit particular in the market in Pakistan is that telcos has been allowed to take ownership in smaller banks. And that is what Telenor Pakistan did back in 2008, and that is where you see also the other telcos are now doing similar acquisitions. Currently there are two models in Pakistan. There is one model that is Easypaisa model, where we as Telenor Pakistan together with Tamir Bank launched a service, and then you had UBL that's in the market with doing their own market and building their own agent network. So, and what you see now is that a couple of other telcos have recently acquired Microfinance licenses, so planning to go into the market. And you also see some of the other bigger banks are working with other partners, trying to set up models that will take to the market then. So you can expect a few more players coming into the market over the next year. Yeah. Pakistan is a very much transaction-oriented market. There is, from bill payment being the initial product that picked up, the major product in the market now is the money transfer. That's the one that's growing. At the same time, you see that it's a huge market within the social welfare distribution. And you see both services are also offered products for salary disbursement, payment between companies, and also working with microfinance institution to do loan disbursement and repayment of loans. I think where we are today, that is very much just the beginning. It's good with a money transfer service. I think that is a partly inclusion service in terms of inclusion actually to help people in their daily lives. And I think the first part is to smooth out the cash problem, liquidity management part they have, and then absorb some shocks. You can do that partly by money transfer service, getting help from others. But we doesn't talk about real financial inclusion, I think, before we're moving into more savings product, insurance product, or loan products, where people actually can be able to cater more themselves instead of just depending on others in terms of money transfer. So I think that is the next step that we'll see in the market over time. We established the money transfer service. There is enough volume in that one to also establish the agent network and to make enough awareness of the service. So the next step now, I think, which is very well laid out for Pakistan now, is it's possible to start launching more sophisticated services, like insurance services, savings services, and hopefully eventually loan also.